Jack, you're saying one of the common things you see in the playoffs is people tend to start over betting.
Right. You see the end of the line. I mean, you're running out of games, and there's a little panic that sets in. I always tell people, if it took you 3 or 4 months to get into this position, don't feel like you're going to be able to get out of it in these next 3 or 4 weeks. Be very, very consistent with your wagers, and make sure you're doing it the right way, because people will overplay things because they're like, oh my gosh, I'm running out of games.
Right, right. And public plays more as well. What do you mean there?
Yeah, I mean, because there's fewer games, you have general, and there's so much new money into the market where the guys, they just don't know how to factor in a line. So they're going to see things like that Miami-Buffalo situation, and the quarterback's not going to play, or what's going on in Baltimore, where you're going to have lines move a lot based on who's going to start, and they don't realize that when those numbers move, that bakes in some of those injuries. So you've got to be real careful, not just being a fan and saying, well, this quarterback's not playing, that quarterback is playing, I'm going to go ahead and mortgage my house because that's the way to get it done. That's not a good way to proceed.
And road teams in years past have typically done well. Is that a trend perhaps expect to see continue?
Yeah, I mean, generally speaking, it's been road teams and underdogs this first week, and then next week has been favorites because you get the better teams that are resting. So, you know, we get through the contest. We just finished with the Superbook contest, the Westgate, and these last couple weeks become really, really difficult based on who's playing and who's not playing. And it's real important that you drill down even a little bit more going into the playoffs. You know, the contest, I was going to say, Westgate does an incredible job with their Superbook contest. I finished in the top 90 or so. And
congratulations.
Wow. I mean, I can't retire yet, but it went okay. But I will say, I get a lot of questions about, you don't live in Las Vegas, Jack, how do you do that? Proxy Services will take care of that for you. So you go sign up, you get a cool t-shirt that says good teams win, great teams cover. It's actually a nice shirt, and you get a sweat all year long. So good time to get signed up for that as they turn the page into the new year.